Imagine a family gathering laughter, food, and the warmth of togetherness. Now picture it unraveling because of one person's words, sharp enough to make a teenager cry and a child collapse in panic. This is the story of a family pushed to the edge by an aunt who seemed to thrive on chaos. What happens when love turns to resentment and a single text message can't fix the damage? Let's dive into a real family drama that's got people talking. It's a sunny spring day in a small suburban town, the kind where everyone knows each other's business. The family, let's call them the Thompsons, gathers for a fish fry, a tradition that's supposed to bring them together. There's Uncle Mike, 51, a quiet but protective father. His 13-year-old daughter, Lily, who's shy and sensitive. And his 16-year-old niece, Emma, who's staying with them for the summer. The air smells of fried fish and charcoal, but there's tension bubbling beneath the surface. The source? Aunt Karen, 45, Mike's sister-in-law, who has a knack for saying the wrong thing at the worst time. Karen's not a villain in a cartoonish sense. She's charming to some, quick-witted, and always the loudest at the table. But her words cut deep, especially for the kids. Lily, who struggles with anxiety, dreads these gatherings because Karen's comments, disguised as jokes, hit like daggers. Emma, trying to fit in with her uncle's family, feels the sting too. And this time, things are about to boil over. Starts at the fish fry. Lily, wearing her favorite blue dress, is helping set the table when Karen walks by. "Oh, Lily, that dress makes you look like you're trying too hard," Karen says with a laugh, loud enough for everyone to hear. The adults chuckle, but Lily freezes, her face flushing. She excuses herself, and Mike finds her later curled up in her room, breathing heavily through a panic attack. It's not the first time. Karen's made comments before about Lily's weight, her quiet nature, even her weird hobbies like drawing. Each one chips away at Lily's confidence. Emma's not spared either. At 16, she's navigating the awkwardness of living with relatives. During the fish fry, Karen teases her about her summer job at a local cafe. "What, you're a barista now? Guess you're not cut out for college," she says, smirking. Emma laughs it off in front of the family, but later, Mike overhears her crying in the guest room. When he asks what's wrong, Emma admits Karen's constant jabs make her feel worthless. "I don't even want to come to these anymore," she whispers. Mike's heart sinks. He's tried talking to Karen before, but she brushes it off, saying the kids are too sensitive. But seeing Lily struggle to breathe and Emma hiding her tears, that's the last straw. Something has to change. The breaking point comes on Mother's Day, a month later. The family's gathered again, this time for a brunch at Mike's house. Karen's there, as always, dominating the conversation. Lily's trying to share a story about a school art project, her voice barely above a whisper. Karen cuts her off. "Nobody cares about your little drawings, Lily. Why don't you try something useful?" The room goes quiet. Lily's eyes well up, and she runs upstairs. Emma, usually composed, snaps, "Why do you always have to be so mean?" Karen rolls her eyes. "Drama queens," she mutters. Mike's had enough. He pulls Karen aside to the kitchen, his voice low but firm. "You're hurting them," he says. "Lily's having panic attacks. Emma's crying because of you. This stops now." Karen's defensive, insisting she's just teasing and that kids need thicker skin. But Mike doesn't back down. "If you can't respect my family, don't come to these anymore," he says. It's a line in the sand, and the family hears it. The brunch ends awkwardly, with Karen leaving early. A few days later, Karen sends a text to Mike. It's an apology, but it feels hollow. "Sorry if I upset the girls. I didn't mean anything by it." No mention of changing her behavior, no real accountability. Mike shows it to his wife, Sarah, who shakes her head. She doesn't get it, Sarah says. They decide to limit Karen's visits for now, prioritizing Lily and Emma's well-being. But it's not a clean resolution. Family gatherings feel different without Karen's loud presence, and some relatives think Mike overreacted. Lily's still anxious, and Emma's unsure about staying for the rest of the summer. The family's fractured, and no one's sure if it'll heal. This story, shared on Reddit's family drama community, struck a chord because it's so relatable. Who hasn't dealt with that one relative who pushes too far? It's a reminder that words have power, especially for kids finding their way. Was Mike right to confront Karen, or should he have handled it differently? Should Lily and Emma have to toughen up, or is Karen's behavior unacceptable? Share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever faced a family member like this? And if you want more real-life dramas like this one, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. We've got plenty more stories where families face tough choices, and we'll keep digging into what makes them so gripping.